proclamations. First, we have a proclamation that myself, along with Deputy Chairwoman Wanda Willingham, Legislative Black Caucus Chairwoman Dr. McLaughlin, and Legislator Susan Quine LaRilliard are very, very proud to present a proclamation honoring the Sergeant Henry Johnson Battalion of the Albany Heights School Junior ROTC program for their impressive display of excellence, commitment, and exemplary service to the community. We're so glad you're here. We welcome Major David Erickson and the students from the Junior ROTC program who are here with us tonight. Come on up. Susan.
Major.
I'm very pleased that the Albany County Legislature is honoring Major David Erickson and the members of the Sergeant Henry Johnson Battalion of the Albany High School JROTC program.
I had the pleasure of meeting Major Erickson and the JROTC cadets several weeks ago at an event to honor Albany County veterans. In addition to all of their public service, JROTC cadets attend every Albany County Honor Vet ceremony. Major Erickson introduced me to the cadets and had each cadet state their name, how many languages they spoke, and their future plans after graduating from Albany High. I was immediately struck by their personal accomplishments and pride and convictions and belief that they could accomplish whatever they set their minds to. On Friday night at Major Erickson's invitation, I attended the JROTC Awards and promotion ceremony at Albany High. I saw firsthand the accomplishments of these students and the focus of the battalion on leadership, discipline, education, sportsmanship, and commitment to community and country. Every cadet speaker mentioned their JROTC family. I was particularly struck by the very noticeable disappointment of the cadets and high school administrators when Major Erickson announced that he would be retiring next year. Thank you, Major Erickson, for your 10 years of service to the cadets in the Albany High School and Albany County. I wish you all my very best. I also wish all the cadets my very best as they continue with the JROTC program and as they embark on their very promising futures. So we have a proclamation to give you, and Major Erickson, you wanted to make a few remarks.
Yes, if I could. Well, I want to thank you for having us down here tonight. Just so you know, JROTC is a citizenship and leadership program. But the person who can best speak about what the program is are the cadets. So what I'm going to do is, we had the top 3 from last year, the students who are leading us now, going off to college next year, and the 3 they're going to take over the leadership of this year. So if it's okay with you, it won't take very long. I'm going to make the top 3 from last year first. Speak up. And your name, you know what you got to say, right? So please let the legislature know about you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ryan Lin. I'm from Thailand. I speak about 2 languages, Korean and English. I moved to Albany since when I was 7 years old and grew up here ever since. I'm a senior at Albany High School, obviously. I'm about to graduate soon on June 30th. The reason why I joined JRC was because my EXO, my S3 convinced me to. And the reason why I stayed because it's a fun program to begin with. The last 3 years it was an experience. I met a lot of family and friends, a lot of events and opportunities that I get to go on. Just overall, the camaraderie of the program and diversity of the program, really helped and shaped me. My plans after high school is I have a 4-year ROTC Army scholarship at Norwich University, and I'm going to be studying cybersecurity. Thank you.
So Ryan was a battalion commander last year. Samira, to his left, your right, was a battalion, she was a company commander last year. I'm going to make her speak anyway, one extra person. She loves to talk more than me. So Samira, please speak up.
My name is Samira. I'm from Sudan. I speak 3 languages, Arabic, and English. I joined JRTC because of my brother originally, and I stayed because of the family that I made. And my plans after high school are to go to Russell Sage to study biology to become a TA in the Army and in regular civilian life.
And XO from last year.
Hello guys, my name is Anant Saha. I'm the XO of the battalion, or was previously. I'm a senior in JRC, Albany High. My plans after high school is going to the Air Force, National Guard. I'm going to sign the contracts next week. And after that, I'm going to pursue, go to Huntington Valley for 2 years. Well, I'm going to get paid, what's going to be paid to the Air Force. And then I'm going to go to Army. Thank you.
Hello guys, my name is Nay Mong. I was the S3 and I was originally from Thailand. And I'm currently senior at Albany High, graduating on June 30th. I joined JRTC because it was something different than just sitting in the classroom. And I stayed because the camaraderie in JRTC is like the whole family. And after after Albany High, I joined the Army, I signed everything, and I'll leave on July 2nd.
That was last year's leadership. And this year, Sean Keefe. We do have native Albanians in the group, so Sean will tell you about that.
Good afternoon. My name is Sean Keefe. I'm the current battalion commander. Right now, I'm a junior in high school. I only speak 1 language, and that's English. I joined the program because my brother told me to, and I stayed because of all the friends that I made and the connections that I made. And after high school, I want to go to college, and I want to study mechanical engineering at West Point or in ROTC at some other college. Thank you.
Well, this year is S3. You're next. Where you at? Right there.
My name is Laura. I'm a junior at Albany High School. I'm new to the battalion S3. My plans after high school is to go to college and study biology and maybe minor in public health. And I speak 3 languages, English, Pacholi, and Arabic.
And where's the XO?
Good evening. My name is Lynn Nguyen. I'm a junior in high school. I'm going to be, I'm the XO of the battalion now since Friday. I speak 3 languages, English, Burmese, and Karenni, and I was born in Thailand. After high school, I joined JRC because my friends are in it, and I stayed because of all the experiences. There's a variety of experiences from making new friends, meeting people that you don't know. Like, I think I'll know them for the rest of my life, and that's the reason I stayed. And after high school, I'm not really sure what I want to do yet.
Just want to add one more thing. These cadets this year went to 2 national competitions. They went to the National Physical Fitness Competition down in Florida. It was schools all over the country. And they also went to the National Raiders Competition. It was like an outdoor sporting event. They did that down in Fort Knox, Kentucky. And in addition, they do about 70 other activities every year also, plus they go to class every day with us. So we thank you very, very much for having us down here tonight. And Ryan and Sean Keefe will accept the proclamation there, right? We're going to give it to, we're going to give it to these two. Yeah, great.
On behalf of the Albany County Legislature, we are so proud to be able to look at you all with your beautiful faces and what you represent, not only for this community in Albany County, but I look at you and you represent what I see the world is going to be tomorrow. Not just tomorrow, but today. And looking at and listening to your aspirations makes me long to be about 8 years younger at this point. But you know, I'm really excited. You energize me as I stand here and look at you. And I know that all the members of the legislature are so proud to be able to look at you and know that we have a bright future because of young men and women like yourself. So congratulations and thank you for representing us, representing this community and representing Albany County so well. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you again. That was wonderful. I now would like to shift gears and join Deputy Chair Wanda Willingham, our Minority Leader Frank Moriello, and also Legislator Patrice Lockhart to present a proclamation recognizing the Colony Youth Court on the occasion of their 30th anniversary. We are very proud of them and that program. We wish them congratulations and another 30 years of success. And I would invite Violet Palumbo, who's the Executive Director of the Youth Court, Lieutenant Rich Villa of the Colony Police Department, and as well as the Youth Court representatives. Everybody here?
What was that? Okay. I'd like to introduce you all to Violet Palumbo, who's the director of the Colony Youth Court, and Lieutenant Richard Villa, who oversees the youth court from an administrative standpoint with the Colony Police Department. Youth court started out with just a few people in our community, myself included, as a nonprofit that we started to help youth that were in trouble in the courts. And we worked with the probation department to put together a program to help kids and help them to not go any further into the criminal justice system. Violet was majorly instrumental in that program and continues to be today. The town of Colony eventually took us over because financially it was difficult to run a program. But after about 10 years, I think, we proved ourselves to the town board that this was a worthwhile program, and they took it over and incurred the cost. And I'm very, very proud to say that it's been very successful. Today, well, this year, we're celebrating 35 years of youth court in the town of Colony. They've done, what happens is, all the kids, they're all high school kids, and they come to training to be the judge, the jury, the prosecutor, and the defender, and we have a victim advocate, and they hear cases. One of the criteria for youth court, obviously these are low-level cases, is that they have to plead guilty to what they did, take responsibility for their actions, okay? And they listen in a jury that's been through training to listen, and then they hand down a sentence in terms of community service hours, which Violet does with them side by side. And the community service is within the same community that they broke the law in. Many different projects. I think we're up to about 16,000 hours of community service, is that right? Wow. That we've done. So Violet has a get out of jail free card, okay? I mean, she's done more community service than anybody. But I am very, very proud to present this proclamation to the Colony Youth Court for all the work you did, and I'll just read it here. On behalf of the entire Albany County Legislature. The criminal justice system is essential to maintaining law, order, and just outcomes in our society. And whereas in the cases of younger individuals who have committed a crime or other serious offense, an alternative path through the justice system can be offered to increase the chances of criminal recidivism. Excuse me. In 1994, the Colony Youth Court was established in order to address the rising concerns of juvenile crime in the town of Colony. In 30 years, the Colony Youth Court has resolved nearly 2,000 juvenile cases with a near 100% success rate among offenders, meaning that they have not been rearrested, okay? Because we do track them every year to make sure. And I should say a very important part of it is once they've completed their community service, they're invited to become a member of the youth court. So they end up being part of presenting a case in youth court for somebody else. And we think that's a really important, bringing them to the other side of the system. The Colony Youth Court was one of only 3 courts featured in a nationwide teleconference sponsored by the United States Department of Justice in 1999 that discussed the nature and purpose of youth courts. And the programs established through Colony Youth Court had helped juvenile offenders complete tens of thousands of hours of community service, education classes, and other restorative actions. And in the last several years, the Colony Youth Court has added college scholarship opportunities to its portfolio, honoring dozens of worthy students with various awards. The Colony Youth Court success would not be possible without the support of many individuals from the local and private sectors, specifically Youth Court Director Violet Palumbo and Lieutenant Rich Villa, who has proudly served in this capacity for several years now. Resolved that the Albany County Legislature pauses in its deliberations to recognize the Colony Youth Court upon the occasion of the 30th anniversary and thank them and all who play a role in the continued success of Colony Youth Court for their dedication and passion. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
I worked with Rich's father, okay? But he was on the job.
It's great. It's youth night. I love it all. Good stuff for all these kids. Who are we?
Yeah. Okay, moving on to our last proclamation. Myself, Deputy Chairwoman Wanda Willingham, Minority Leader Frank Moriello, and Legislator Patrice Lockhart will now present the Colony EMS Department with a proclamation recognizing them upon the occasion of their 35th anniversary. And thank you for their brave commitment to bringing aid to those in need. Appreciate them. And we have with us Chief Paul Sugru and Deputy Chief Aaron Kelly.
Again, Deputy Chief Aaron Kelly and Chief Paul Sugru from the Colony EMS. I've known these two for a very long time, particularly Paul, the chief. He was with our Colony EMS department when it was a whole volunteer force, okay? And they were all out on their own doing their thing. And then the Colony, they decided, the town of Colony, to make it a paid professional EMS department. So Paul has seen a lot over the years. The transition was, it was quite the remarkable for how it was going to go. But he was there from the beginning, and besides the fact that the EMS department itself deserves the award, Paul, you deserve a ton of credit for doing what you've done over the years, because it doesn't get done without somebody at the helm making sure it happens. So thank you personally for someone that unfortunately has had to use your services. They're a great department. So I'd just like to read this proclamation, if I may. The first responders are trained emergency medical service professionals who provide invaluable services protecting our communities and ensuring the safety of our friends, neighbors, and loved ones. And emergency medical technicians, or EMTs, and paramedics often provide our police and fire departments with crucial support in order to save lives. And in 1989, the town of Colony established a powerhouse EMS department with 6 former volunteer ambulances and a skilled term of professionals, one of the 6. And for 35 years, the Colony EMS paramedics, technicians, and other professionals have undoubtedly saved countless lives by bravely and skillfully administering superior emergency medical care. And whether it's tactical paramedic services, water rescue, ice rescue, technical rope rescue, confined space rescue, hazmat services, vehicle extrication, or any other emergency services, members of the Colony EMS department put their own lives on the line every single day to serve their community in the midst of crisis situations. And the Colony EMS department has received numerous accolades for this service, including the 2017 Regional Emergency Medical Organization Agency of the Year, the 2010 International Association of Fire Chiefs Heart Safe Community Award, the New York State EMS Agency of the Year in 2010 and in 2016, and a Mission Lifeline EMS Gold Award from the American Heart Association. Under the guidance of Chief Paul Sugru, Deputy Chief Aaron Kelly, and other leaders, the Colony EMS department continue its 35-year legacy as one of the best first responder organizations in Albany County and in the Capital Region. And therefore, be it the Albany County Legislature pauses in its deliberations to recognize the Colony EMS department upon the occasion of the 35th anniversary and thank all of the individuals who provide essential skills to help those in life-threatening situations. Thank you very much. Legislator Rosano.
All Colony.
Colony people.
Jennifer Whalen.
They don't ask how you're enrolled when they come to help you. They just help.
They picked me up.
They saved my son.
Yeah.
Right here first. 1, 2, 3. And then right up Connor. 1, 2, 3. And keep that pose, Connor. I'll switch to you.
Choreography.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary, 35 years. Congratulations.
Yeah, I heard. Thanks, that was great. All right, where's my cover sheet? Okay. You can start. Okay. So I don't need Where's our clerk? Hey, Nicole. How many?
If you really want to keep it live, give Nicole the envelope.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'm Joanne Cunningham. I am the chair of the Albany County Legislature. The rules of the Albany County Legislature allow for a period of public comment before our monthly meetings. Our rules prohibit members of the public from questioning legislators and prohibit us from questioning you. This is your time to speak and our time to listen. In accordance with our rules of order, speakers will be allowed 3 minutes each, and I ask everyone to please silence their cell phones. Clerk, please call the roll.
Beston. Bergdorf. Here. Clay. Clary.
Here.
Collins. Camiso. Conway. Cunningham.
Here.
Demolowitz. Drake. Efakoro. Ethier. Feeney. Fine. Grimm. Andrew Joyce. Ray Joyce. Coon. LaRilliard. Lakakis.
Here.
Lockhart. I know she's here. Murriello. Mayo. McLaughlin. McLean Lane. Miller. Petto. Purley. Plosky. Reedy. Reinhardt. Ricard. Robinson. Rosano. Simpson. Smith. Ward. Whalen. Willingham. 36 present. I got you.
Clerk, please read the name of the first speaker.
Carol Wardeman.
Hi, I misspoke when I had told you that I'd been coming here for 8 years. I've been coming here for 12 years. And in those 12 years, neither Sean nor Andrew ever threatened to have my car towed. And also, neither of them ever said there were any complaints. I mean, of course, everybody saw me parking there. They would have told me if there had been complaints. Yet, Joanne told me, excuse me, here we go. Joanne told me that since she's been chair, there have been, quote, several complaints. I find that hard to believe. Anyway, I parked there because of multiple disabilities, and I don't have time to list and describe every one of them. So let's start with the worst. I fall down. I don't think I lose consciousness, but it's pretty close to it. I end up wherever I fall, okay? And I frequently just go to sleep there. That's not good. I have no depth perception, which makes stepping off a curb a real adventure, okay? I have a tear in an ankle tendon. I can only walk on flat surfaces. Love it here. To park elsewhere, and believe me, I've looked, is dangerous. And of course, if I hit my head, it's even worse. That's only happened once and not here. Joanne knows about all my disabilities. We had 3 conversations, but I only got a chance to talk in the 3rd. So she knows about the ones I told you about and the rather long list of the others. Anyway, I did say that obviously if I park elsewhere, it's very dangerous for me. And towing, by the way, would be too. Lynn actually spoke about that last time, and it has to do with my asthma. Anyway, I was told when I said, well, I can't come here. If I can't park there, I'll stay home. Oh, okay, and I was told, well, that's your choice. That's my choice? No. Having me towed is just plain heartless. And by the way, I'm not sure that Sheriff Apple would like the idea of towing somebody who not only has a handicap permit, but has an EpiPen on the car seat. Okay, all the while I've been here, oh, this is a reasonable accommodation for me. And all Joanne has to do is nothing. Just leave things the way they are. Now, I've never made any trouble here, not even good trouble, okay? But out there, if I'm not in here, I have a long history in my life of making very effective, good trouble. And I have also in the past made good legal trouble. Count on it.
Reverend Abraham?
Good evening, honorable legislators, friends. My name is Reverend Ibrahim Perignan. I am the president of the Albany County Central Federation of Labor, and I am also the president of the American Postal Workers Union, which is why I come this evening. Happy Pride. I'm also on the board of United Tenants of Albany and the Labor Religion Coalition, but again, I am here tonight for the American Postal Workers Union. I represent the clerks who sell you your stamps, as well as hundreds of mail processing clerks that you never see. I represent maintenance and motor vehicle workers from here in Albany all the way up to the Canadian border. The postal workers have always been at the forefront of innovation in terms of the Pony Express, the railways, airplanes. We've even stamped mail on the moon. But what goes up must come down. And as you might know, mail volume has decreased. Unfortunately, mail service has decreased to no fault of postal workers who want you to have your mail as quickly as possible. You might know that the United States Postal Service is allowed to do federal tasks like taking care of your passports and other federal services. However, a 2022 law now says that the Postal Service can do state, local, and municipal and tribal governmental services. What that means is that rather than necessarily having to come all the way to a county office, if there were good partnerships, if there were good innovations, that we could the Postal Service could possibly be a much more accessible opportunity for your constituents to get some of the services that you want them to have and want to provide. The Postal Service has that footprint in every community, and so we want to partner with state, local, municipal, and tribal governments in a way of imagining services such as voting registration, fishing, hunting licenses, community murals. There are tons of opportunities that the Postal Service could provide in partnership with county legislators. We need to obviously also work with state legislators as well, so we'll be going there. We've already talked to the City Common Council. But you as county leaders, you know and you hear what your constituents need, and you know what services will make an impact in the communities that you represent. The sorts of things that you need more of in your communities. So while we need to imagine together, I want to put myself forward as a collaborative partner. These would have to be signed by the Postal Service as well. But my number is 518-709-9782. My email is president@apwulocal390.org. I'll have my cards in the back. I look forward to the possibilities of imagining and partnering for greater services for your constituents. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lynn Jackson.
Good evening. My name is Lynn Jackson, and I live in Albany's South End. I have two issues I'd like to speak about tonight. First, I would like to thank the Albany County Legislature, and especially Legislator Matt Miller, for the $250,000 budget line item to purchase land for preservation, including purchasing land for preservation in our beautiful Pine Bush. Creating this line item for land preservation highlights the importance of land preservation for now and for in the future. The county's foresight to preserve open space is something I believe most residents of the county fully support and appreciate this legislative action. Tom Ellis and I attended many meetings of the legislature and asked for funds to preserve the pine bush, and you listened. Creating this line item in the budget is a wonderful thing. It demonstrates how much you care about protecting the environment in Albany County. I hope now that there are funds for land preservation, that the county will publicize the importance of protecting open space. I also hope that the county will actively work to acquire important parcels, especially in the pine bush. Thank you all so very much, and thank you, Mr. Miller. Next, I would like to speak about the treatment of Carol Waterman by the county legislature. I find it astonishing that what all Carol has done and all of her contributions to this body, that the legislature cannot make a small accommodation so she can continue to attend these legislative meetings. It is challenging for the public to attend these important legislative meetings. People with disabilities have even more of a challenge, especially if they need to park nearby. The county has a perfectly good lot near the entrance of this building. It is situated so that one does not have to cross a road to get to the entrance. The county should specifically set aside handicap parking spots in that lot for people with disabilities who wish to attend these meetings. My hope is that the Albany County Legislature will also listen to me and will find it in your hearts to let Carol continue to participate in these meetings by allowing to park in the parking lot nearby. Thank you so very much. And really, thank you so much for the funding for the Pine Bush. I'm just astonished that you put it in the budget, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you.
Catherine Coons.
Dear members of the legislature, my name is Catherine Coons. I'm a New York State licensed speech pathologist. I have a master's degree in speech language pathology. I was here last month representing the independent contractors of speech therapy, occupational therapy, and physical therapy to the preschool population of Albany County, which is comprised of 3 to 5-year-olds. I was there to inform you that we have not seen a rate increase since the program was started in 1981. No pay increase for 43 years. I believe you would be hard-pressed to find a profession that has not received a pay increase since 1981. It has come to our knowledge that a $3 pay increase has been proposed. This represents a 5% increase. Since 1981, the cost of living has increased significantly, over 5%. What has happened that without a pay increase is people have dropped out of this profession, and there's been no one there to take their place. There are page-long wait lists for children who need services. A $3 increase will do nothing to move the needle in attracting more professionals to serve this preschool population. The costs that go into our session rate include health insurance, all the gas and wear and tear on our cars that we use to get to the children, saving for retirement, and all the costs that go into running a small business. The time it takes to do this job is also significant. We are not done after our session where the child is. There is all the progress note writing, report writing, meeting time, and billing that is also factored into our session rate as well. I am sorry, but a $3 increase after 43 years is demeaning. Our jobs are important. We serve children with autism, severe motor delays, and severe unintelligibility. Can you imagine what it would be like for these children if they did not receive services before they entered kindergarten? We have heard that Dan McCoy will not give us more than $3. We need your support to override this. If Albany County significantly raises their rate, other surrounding counties will have to follow. Please be the change that we need to turn this around and get our rate increased to reflect the current cost of living in 2024. The children of Albany County are counting on you.
Julie Murphy.
Good evening, members of the legislature. My name is Julie Bevenue, and I'm an independent speech pathologist. I was also here last month discussing the challenges that our students and families are currently facing. Imagine as a parent if your child was struggling and you realized they were going to need extra help. Only when you seek it out and try to get an evaluation, you are told that they are scheduling at least 6 months out. When you finally do get an evaluation, you are told, yes, your child needs extra support and the help of a therapist. Unfortunately, we have no providers available. This is crushing for parents to hear. It is 2024. No parent should be told this. It is unacceptable, and we are failing these students. We all know and have heard the research. Early intervention increases success and shortens the time needed for these services. It is absolutely a critical time in development. I have a student this year that was diagnosed with autism. He needs speech, OT, PT, and a special program to teach him in the way that he learns best. Only his parents were told exactly what I just mentioned. We do not have availability, so he sits at home waiting for these services to open up. I was asked if I could please squeeze him into my schedule 2 times a week. How could I not? So I see him during my lunchtime a total of 1 hour a week. It was a very difficult start. He screamed, had tantrums, and would not separate from his parents. Add to this, these children went through COVID, so many of them had isolated beginnings and rarely left their home. This little student quickly learned the process and structure of therapy. Currently, he says, "Bye, Mama," and walks down the hall without her. His mother said, and I quote, "We can take him places now." Imagine just the impact this has made on their family life. The tantrums have stopped. He is interacting verbally and sits at a table for 30 minutes engaged and participating. He is happy, he loves coming, and he is learning. 1 hour a week. Think how much further his progress would be if he were able to receive all his services with the correct amount of time. What we do is important, it matters, and it is necessary. These services are required. All students should receive the education they need. It is their right. Please increase the pay rate for the independent providers in order to retain the current therapists and encourage new ones. This would be a good first step to assist the families that are not receiving the services that they need in Albany County. Thank you.
Heather Pazzarotti.
Good evening. I'm also a provider. My name is Heather Passaretti. I'm an occupational therapist. I'm here representing the motor group, we call ourselves. Those are physical therapists and occupational therapists. As I shared last month, there's an increase in children with autism and ADHD. With this diagnosis comes sensory processing disorder, which is why I say talk sensory to me. This is children who are able to process their senses like we do. They present hyperactive, low tone, they're unable to follow verbal directions because they're not able to process sounds. I could keep going with all the difficulties that they're experiencing due to this. This year my caseload consisted of 30 children, and all of them suffered from difficulties with processing sensory input. I believe it's due to the generation being born in COVID. They were locked up in their houses for the first 2 years of their life. They weren't getting outside, they weren't playing in the community, and now they're addicted to iPads and television. So these children are nonverbal, they're running around in circles. I have quite a few that instead of expressing themselves to me because they're upset, they're banging their heads, so they're trying to express themselves with movement. When they become school age, they then are really overstimulated in the classroom, and they develop behaviors that cannot control because they need to learn how to function in a community that they're just not accustomed to. So why am I telling you this? Because every day I must turn away these children and families. I've turned away 15 in the last 4 months. My plate is just too full, and there's limited occupational therapy providers. So these children are going without services and may not get any until kindergarten. I have tried to recruit other therapists to become independent or hope they will leave the rehab field, Many say they just aren't interested because the pay is too low. And it's also unreliable. They don't know when they're going to get paid. It takes 3 months for us to get a check from Albany County. So what can we do to lure occupational therapists into the pediatric field? I suggest first we increase the pay rate so that we can survive. Second, advertise these rates in colleges to new grads. Maria College and Sage College now have occupational therapy programs. And lastly, we need to try to pay them in a more timely manner. I think 4 weeks is doable. Thank you.
Camille Bushel.
Good evening. My name is Camille Bushell. I was also here last month. I'm a speech-language pathologist working as a contractor for Albany County, providing speech therapy to preschool children ages 3 to 5. Since 1981, therapists in my position have made $55 per therapy session. That rate lasted 43 years. Recently, we received a $3 increase to a total of $58. $3 does not begin to cover the cost of living increase for the past 43 years. We are here to ask for fair pay that covers not only the therapy that we provide, but the real scope of our work. In addition to therapy, we provide essential services to teachers, such as classroom support and strategies that maximize the child's strengths, that build target skills, and that minimize maladaptive behaviors that occur when a child is frustrated due to their disability. None of this is billable time and should be reflected in the rate. Also, each therapist is responsible for writing the Individualized Education Program known as the IEP. This is a legal document that specifies the plan for the following school year with justification for services based on data analysis, standardized testing, and we write goals for the following year. Writing the IEP is not billable time, and it should be reflected in the rate. Also, parent conferences are needed throughout the year to provide strategies, explain progress, and address family concerns. Family contact is not billable time and should be reflected in the rate. Moreover, we do not get paid for any meetings we attend with the school district and county representatives. Each child has at least one meeting per year and often more per year. We have to miss paid therapy time to attend unpaid meetings. The child loses their therapy and we don't get paid. Meeting time should be reflected in the rate. Currently, it is not billable. A $3 cost of living increase in 43 years is not enough. We need a realistic pay rate to reflect the scope of our work and appeal to new therapists. Thank you.
Derek.
Thank you.
Derek Johnson.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Derek Johnson, the 2nd Ward Councilman, and I'm here to talk about two things tonight. I'm here to talk about mental health, and I want to talk about mental health from the kids' perspective. I think a suggestion would be to utilize some ARPA money to expand the children's mental health office in the old DMV. I think that I've talked to County Legislator McLaughlin, as well as Sam Fine. We see what's going on in our neighborhood on the adult end. I'm tired of watching people pass away right in front of my eyes. People are getting stuck in the 2nd Ward. People are getting stuck in the 5th Ward, and just from a car ride, you could just watch people lose 80 to 100 pounds, and then all of a sudden they disappear. You don't see them anymore. That's not what my kids should be seeing. You know, as I speak tonight, I'm not only the councilman, I'm also the homeschool coordinator at Giffen. It's a school that's in receivership. What our kids see walking in the building and out of the building, no other school or community should have to see. And why should our kids have to see it? So 3 minutes is really hard to have the type of conversation that's needed with mental health. But a lot of times people come to our meetings and they ask these questions when these questions should be coming to this body. So tonight, please accept my conversation as a conversation of many who have concerns about the mental health that's going on. And also how I got here tonight is I got a call from a couple of people that had concerns about the land bank. And I've been getting calls about the land bank since I've been an elected official. And if we could figure out, because people who did business with the land bank shouldn't be having difficulties their second time around. So if we could develop a more clear-cut system, I think that, you know, the community would appreciate it, because right now people are willing to invest in our community, and we shouldn't be making it difficult for them. So, you know, I ask everyone to take a ride through the Second Ward. As soon as you pass the bridge, just look to the left and the right and see what we have to look at each day. People shouldn't be recruited to our neighborhood, you know, through the mission and end up stuck in our neighborhood because the promises that, you know, they were told that got them here they weren't able to deliver. You know, when you invite people to come to a mission, I don't understand why they can't work for the first 9 months. I think that that's a huge issue, and a lot of times you hear it said about the mission that they don't receive federal or state funds, but they receive a lot of funds in the manner of something that's called a housing voucher. And so as long as you have a steady stream of housing vouchers coming your way, that turns into money. So that right there shows that they're receiving monies that come from somewhere. So thank you for your time tonight. Please excuse me for not having my blazer on tonight. I didn't think about it until I got here. I was rushing trying to find this place, but thank you.
Patricia Sibilia. Patricia. That's okay.
Good evening, everyone. As most of you know, I'm Patricia Sibilia. I'm with the League of Women Voters of Albany County. I just wanted to remind everybody about Vote 411. So we are live with Vote 411 for the primary. And obviously, there's some races that are pretty interesting out there. We really do believe that Vote 411 is truly one of the strongest voter guides out there. You put in your address, it not only tells you where to go to vote, but you see exactly what you're on your ballot. But the key piece is really having candidates respond. So I just wanted to note that we're having difficulty getting responses from some people who are running. So any help that you can provide on that would be really appreciated. So particularly, we're waiting on responses from David Soares for Family Court, Jasper Mills, Jeffrey Jameson, and Rika Rice. If you know these people, please help us get them to respond. We really do know the usage has gone up over time. The more people learn about Vote 411, and we get such positive response about it. But it only works if we get candidates to really respond and give their own words about what they're about. So it is the best way for a candidate to reach their constituents because it goes right to your address and gives you exactly who's on the ballot. So please just help us with spreading the word. Appreciate your time.
Mike McGlynn. Oh.
So the website is a national website. Correct. It's an online voter guide. Vote411.org. Like getting the 411, the information on stuff, so vote411.org. It's actually just put out completely by the League of Women Voters nationally, but is supported at a local level. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you for permitting me to speak. The Health Committee considered the Adult Critical Intervention Team Grant opportunity of the State Office of Mental Health to improve physical and mental health services for our neighbors as we progress through global warming. The CIT program funds public-private partnership intervention services for our vulnerable neighbors, especially in our federal and state government designated disadvantaged neighborhoods. The National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health strategies, goals, and standards include prevention of occupational injuries of essential workers and the safety and well-being of our neighbors. The Institute's Healthcare and Social Assistance Program includes research opportunities to plan and develop healthcare resources to improve the public health and safety of the county human resource policy. The management of physical and mental health services needs inclusion of essential workers to improve organization, research, and development of the intervention services. Heat stress will affect us and challenge our physical and mental health capabilities to protect our families and communities. I think the County Emergency Management Office can apply to the federal and state governments for FEMA funds to manage emergency support function number 6, which is mass care, emergency assistance, housing, and human services, as well as emergency support function number 8, entitled Public Health and Medical Services, for essential projects, including appropriate transition shelters and cooling centers to support some of our needs. At last month's public forum, several neighbors mentioned that for several decades, the human resource policies within county government contracts unreasonably excluded just compensation to those essential workers performing educational intervention services to families in our communities. I urge considerate adoption of essential changes of government human resource policies with regard to global warming. Thanks.
There are no more speakers.
No, welcome.
You gonna speak?
Thank you. I'm Gil Ethier. I'm a legislator. I'm also a taxpayer in the county and a resident of the county. I would ask for clarification on, I'm speaking on behalf of Carol there. It's her third time here. I'm not speaking on her behalf. She's here 3 times for us, and somebody else spoke about it. I wasn't going to say nothing about it, but I think it's time that I'm here 44 years or 45, and I never remember a tow truck coming out there to move a car. It could possibly happen, but I want to tell Carol, I believe we have no authority to give you permission to park there. I also believe we have no authority to tell you not to park there. Because I'm quite sure all day long there's cars going in there and going out of there, and it's taken up by the sheriff or the police department. But I can assure you that all the years I've been here, nobody's ever called the sheriff's department, to my knowledge, to move a car. So I would suggest you asked our legislative body to do something. I don't know if we can or can't. But me personally, I'm going to give you my opinion. What I think you should do is do what you've been doing for 12 years. A loyal citizen of the County of Albany, coming down here, giving your complaints and giving your goodies, whatever you want to do. And park wherever you want to park. Run the gamut. Park there like everybody else does. And let's see if you get towed. I don't believe anybody's going to come in here and call the sheriff's downstairs and tell you to remove your car. It's possible. We have some people who think they have authority they don't have. And they like, and myself included at times. But I'm not going to go down there and tell the the deputies to move you out of there. So take a gamble. At your age, go for it.
Is there anyone else in the chamber that wishes to speak? The public forum is now closed. We're going to call the meeting to order. And in the month of Pride, I would ask our colleague Lynn Lakakis to lead us in the pledge. Okay, before we get to previous business, I just want to say a couple of things, couple of thoughts. First, I know that our legislative discussions at times get heated, and sometimes there's some back and forth that perhaps goes across a line or not. But as I was thinking about our last meeting and coming in here tonight, I did walk over and I grabbed a piece of chocolate out of the Matt Peter candy jar, which used to sit right there on his desk for all of us legislators to come up, have a chat, have some chocolate. And it reminded me that we are colleagues. And we should always go back to that sentiment that although we disagree, even those of us in the same political party sometimes disagree. We have great discussions, we have great debates in this chamber, but at the end of the day, we are just good colleagues who care about each other. And I know we all saw Legislator Bergdorf's Churchill opinion piece, and I think it's one of the times that we all really enjoyed reading Churchill, so thank you for that. And it was wonderful that you shared that. We also have a colleague who's not here tonight that had very recent surgery that I know many of us reached out to. Many of us have other family and other health concerns that we from time to time check in with each other and ask, how you doing? I'm glad to see you here. I know you're going through some things. So it's just nice to be reminded, and I think our candy jar, which we all enjoy, and we all do think of Matt every time we stick our hand in there, and replenish. You know, it does get replenished. I think Nicole is the one who filled it up today. So at the end of the day, we are just good colleagues looking out for each other, and I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your passions and all of the values and thoughts that you bring here, and good health and happiness to all of us. Okay. I would ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Peston. Here. Bergdorf. Here. Clay. Cleary. Here. Collins. Here. Camiso. Here. Conway. Here. Cunningham.
Here.
Demalowitz. Here. Drake. Efacoro. Here. Ethier. Here. Feeney. Here. Fine. Here. Grimm. Here. Andrew Joyce. Here. Ray Joyce. Here. Kuhn. Here. LaRilliard. Here. Lakakis. Here. Lockhart. Here. Mariello. Here. Mayo. Here. McLaughlin. Here. McLean Lane. Here. Miller. Present. Petto. Here. Purley. Here. Plosky. Here. Reedy. Here. Reinhardt. Ricard. Present. Robinson. Here. Rosano. Here. Simpson. Here. Smith. Here. Ward. Here. Whalen. Here. Willingham. Here. 36 present.
Clerk, please read 218.
Establishing a policy for proclamations issued by the Albany County Legislature.
All those in favor? Any opposed? No. One no. Two noes. All those in favor noting Mr. Fine and Mr. Simpson's. Okay, the resolution passes. 314,
Public hearing on proposed local law number G for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending the Albany County Charter, and local law number 8 for 1993 as amended for the purpose of creating the position of Deputy Chairperson of the Albany County Legislature.
okay, I'm going to ask that we make an amendment to this, changing the public hearing date to Monday, June 24th, due to the fact that Tuesday, which is the public hearing date in the resolution, is the primary date. Can I ask for a motion to change the date? Mr. Demolowitz, Mr. Kuhn with a second. All those in favor of amending the date? Any opposed? Resolution passes. On Resolution 314 as amended, all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. Okay, current business.
Authorizing an agreement with GAMI Air Monitoring regarding air emissions testing services.
Okay, all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 323.
Authorizing an agreement with AOW Construction regarding general construction services for the 112 State Street 11th floor renovation project.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 324.
Authorizing an agreement with LaCourte Companies regarding electrical construction services for the 112 State Street 11th floor renovation project.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 325.
Authorizing an agreement with Colliers Engineering and Design regarding architect and engineering consulting services for various projects.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 326.
Authorizing an agreement with Condor Sprinkler regarding fire systems construction for the 112 State Street 11th floor renovation project.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 327.
Authorizing an agreement with John W. Danforth Company regarding mechanical construction services for the 112 State Street 11th floor renovation project.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 328.
Authorizing an agreement with Eckert Mechanical regarding plumbing construction services for the 112 State Street 11th floor renovation project.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 329.
Authorizing an agreement with Gallo Construction Corp. Regarding general construction services for the Spruce Street Parking Garage Reconstruction Project.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 330.
Authorizing an agreement with Syntec Systems regarding the purchase and installation of the FM Live cloud-based fuel monitoring system.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 331, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Cornell Cooperative Extension of Saratoga County regarding invasive plant species control at various county-owned properties.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 332, please.
Authorizing supplemental agreement number 1 with Cloud Harbor and Associates Consulting regarding right-of-way design for the New Carner Road Corridor Highway Improvement Project and amending resolution number 16 for 2022.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 333, please.
Authorizing the submission of a grant application to the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee regarding a traffic safety grant program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 334.
Amending resolution number 21 for 2023 regarding soil mitigation work for the Knox Highway Garage Facility.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 335.
Amending Resolution Number 23 for 2023 regarding the installation of security fencing for the Queens Highway Garage.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 336.
Amending Resolution Number 147 for 2022 as amended regarding construction services for the Albany County Rail Trail over New Scotland Road Bridge Replacement Project.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 337.
Authorizing an agreement with Gorman Brothers for cold-in-place recycling on County Route 410 and County Route 414 in the town of Westerlo.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 338.
Authorizing an agreement with Highway Rehab Corp. for hot-in-place asphalt recycling for County Route 55 in the town of Queens.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 339.
Authorizing the acceptance of grant funding and agreements regarding the Family First Mobile Response Initiative and amending the 2024 Department for Children, Youth, and Families budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 340, please.
Authorizing an agreement regarding the Children's Advocacy Center Child Fatality Review Team and amending the 2024 Department for Children, Youth, and Families budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 341, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Cornell Cooperative Extension regarding the Home Energy Assistance Program.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 342.
Authorizing an interdepartmental agreement between the Department of Social Services and the Department of Mental Health regarding adult protective services.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 343, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Salient Corporation regarding annual maintenance and user licensing costs associated with Salient data mining software.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 344, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Ventec for annual maintenance of supplemental nutrition assistance program software and development of software workflow forms and amending the 2024 Department of Social Services budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 345, please.
Authorizing the notice of publication regarding the 30-day period for public review and comment concerning Albany County Agricultural District Number 2.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 346.
Authorizing an agreement with New York State Energy Research and Development Authority regarding the Clean Energy Communities Program and amending the 2024 Albany County budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 347.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Office of Indigent Legal Services regarding the 4th Upstate Quality Improvement and Caseload Reduction Grant.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 348.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Department of Health regarding the Tobacco Enforcement Program, amending the 2024 Department of Health budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 349.
Authorizing the submission of a grant application to the New York State Office of Mental Health regarding the Adult Critical Time Intervention Teams Grant.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 350, please.
Authorizing the submission of a grant application to the New York State Office of Mental Health regarding the mental health outpatient treatment and rehabilitative services clinic enhancement grants.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 351, please.
Amending the 2024 Department of Mental Health budget, reentry grant funding.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 352, please.
Authorizing the submission of a grant application to the United States Department of Justice regarding the Justice and Mental Health Collaboration Program grant.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 353.
Authorizing a lease agreement with the town of New Scotland regarding the use of space at the Albany County Sheriff's Office for the town of New Scotland Justice Court.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 354.
Authorizing the submission of a grant application and an agreement with the New York State Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Services regarding the 2021 hazmat grant and amending the 2024 Sheriff's Office budget.
With one abstention, Mr. Joyce. All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes with one abstention. 355.
Authorizing the submission of a grant application and an agreement with the New York State Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Services regarding the 2022 hazmat grant and amending the 2024 Sheriff's Office budget.
Thank you, Mr. Joyce. All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes, noted with Mr. Joyce's abstention. 356, please.
Authorizing the submission of a grant application and agreement with the New York State Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Services regarding the 2021 Explosive Detection K-9 Team grant and amending the 2024 Sheriff's Office budget.
Noting Mr. Joyce's abstention also. All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes with one abstention. 357.
Authorizing the submission of a grant application and an agreement with the New York State Canal Corporation regarding reimbursement for marine patrol services.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 358.
Authorizing an agreement with CFG Medical Services regarding medical care at the Albany County Correctional Facility.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 359.
Authorizing the appointment of members to the Fire Advisory Board.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 360.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services regarding the 2021 cybersecurity grant and amending the 2024 Albany County budget.
Mr. Joyce? Noted. Thank you. All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes with one abstention. 361, please.
Authorizing an agreement with the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services regarding the 2021 Critical Infrastructure Grant and amending the 2024 Albany County budget.
Noting Mr. Joyce's abstention, all those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 362, please.
Amending the rules and regulations for Albany County employees regarding changes to accruals and health coverage.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 363, please.
Amending Resolution Number 176 for 2022 as amended regarding American Rescue Plan Act Advisory Services and amending the 2024 Albany County budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 364, please.
Authorizing an agreement with Tyler Technologies regarding the Munis financial system.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 365.
Authorizing a correction to the tax roll for the city of Albany.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 366.
Authorizing a payment in lieu of taxes agreement with River Road Solar, A, regarding real property located at River Road in the town of Bethlehem.
Mr. Joyce? Noted. All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes with one abstention, 367.
Authorizing a payment in lieu of taxes agreement with River Road Solar B regarding real property located at River Road in the town of Bethlehem.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes, noting Mr. Joyce's abstention on that one also. 368, please.
Authorizing the conveyance of various parcels of real property located in the city of Albany.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 369.
Authorizing the distribution of mortgage taxes for the period October 1, 2023 through March 31, 2024.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 370, please.
Amending the 2024 Albany County budget administrative adjustments.
Please note at your places, there should be some updated data supporting this resolution. All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 371, please.
Bond resolution of the County of Albany, New York, authorizing the sludge processing improvements project.
Long roll call, please.
Beston. Yes. Burghoff.
Yes.
Clary.
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Camiso.
Yes.
Conway.
Yes.
Cunningham.
Yes.
Demolowitz. Epicoro. Ethier.
Yes.
Feeney.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
Grimm.
Yes.
Andrew Joyce.
Yes.
Ray Joyce.
Yes.
Kuhn.
Yes.
LaRilliard.
Yes.
Lakakis.
Yes.
Lockhart.
Yes.
Murriello.
Yes.
Mayo.
Yes.
McLaughlin. McLean Lane.
Yes.
Miller. Petto.
Yes.
Purley.
Yes.
Plosky. Reedy.
Yes.
Ricard.
Aye.
Robinson. Rosano.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Whalen.
Yes.
Willingham.
Yes.
Unanimous.
372, please.
Appointment of a member to the Albany County Ethics Commission.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. 373, we're going to refer to Law and Health. 374, we are going to refer to Conservation, Sustainability, and Green Initiatives. 375, please.
Amending the 2024 Albany County budget, staff adjustments.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. We've now reached the consent agenda, which are items 223 through 228, and also items 237 through 390. We are going to take 382 off the consent agenda and address it after, so that number 382 is eliminated from the consent agenda. Are there any other requests to take anything out of the consent agenda? Mr. Bergdorf?
Madam Chair, could you take out of the consent agenda, not sure which number it is, but the one that spends $100,000 for migrant housing to a relocation task force or some not-for-profit?
Hold on. What number was?
384? Yes, 384.
384? Okay, so we are taking two items off the consent agenda, 382 and 384, and we'll deal with them after. Are there any other requests to take anything out of the consent agenda? Hearing none, all those in favor of the consent agenda, which again includes items 223 through 228 and 237 through 390, except for 382 and 384. All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolutions pass on the consent agenda. Okay. Clerk, please read 382.
Authorizing the disbursements of American Rescue Plan funding and an agreement with United Tenants of Albany and amending the 2024 Albany County budget.
Mr. Grimm.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. This is grant from United Tenants. They asked for $500,000, they got $350,000. They outlined what they wanted to use the money for. It's a little different because they asked for $500, and it really came down to $350. But it does list in their mission statement there and all the court advocacy services. And this body knows that I don't believe any taxpayer money should fund one side of a private civil dispute between two parties. So as I look over what they're listing of the expenses and housing coordinator, rental, emergency rental assistance, housing counselor, that's, I think, needed services. I just want to clarify and confirm that none of this money will be used for court advocacy with the tenants to the disadvantage of small landlords. That's my question.
I'm going to ask our counsel to.
So, according to their application, the funding is used for two initiatives. Salary and furnish for a full-time housing counselor who assists with mediation and works with tenants after the case is closed to help ensure tenants remain up to date on their rent and connect them to additional support services as needed. And the second initiative is funding will also be used for rental arrears, payments that would direct you to landlords on behalf of tenants that are at risk of imminent displacement. I don't read either of those in courtroom.
Yeah, there's just the one snag is they were listing $500,000 and they got $350,000. I just want to confirm that even though the price changed, if you will, that there's not going to be, it's going to be what you just described and not specific court advocacy service.
That's my understanding.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay. We'll do a voice vote on 382. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Resolution 382 passes. Clerk, please read 384.
Authorizing the disbursement of American Rescue Plan funding and an agreement with the Refugee Welcome Corporation and amending the 2024 Albany County budget.
Okay, all those in favor? Oh, Mr. Bergdorf, sorry.
Yes, excuse me. I have more refugees in my district probably than anywhere else. And I am certainly caring and I am certainly concerned about that. But we have a refugee problem in New York State. We now have, as we have written to Mayor Adams, over 960 refugees in Albany County, which is the largest refugee center outside of the city of New York. And I think one of the problems that New York has in having this huge inward migration problem is they've declared themselves a sanctuary state. There was legislation, may have been 3 or 4 years ago, where it was urged that Albany County become a sanctuary county. And it was, after much discussion, it was tabled and felt not in the best interest of the county to be a sanctuary county. Well, I'm a little concerned here. This is $100,000, but a disbursement to the Refugee Welcome Corporation by Albany County. A vote for that means that you're voting to make Albany County a sanctuary county. Because in my estimation, that says to the world, we're going to take county funds and we welcome you here. Now, I don't want to do anything to hurt any refugees, and I'd like to help the refugees that are here assimilate. But I think this sends absolutely the wrong signal at a time when maybe we're coming to the consensus that the border ought to be closed, and New York City is even considering rolling back their sanctuary status. For us to go ahead as a county, we're not the city of Albany, they did whatever they wanted to do. They declared themselves a sanctuary city, but I don't think we as a county legislature should be sending $100,000 to the Refugee Welcome Corporation that I've never heard of. But the title sort of says it all. So I'm asking people to look at this through a filter of, do you want to be a sanctuary county or not? So I'm going to vote no. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay. Long roll call.
Beston. Bergdorf.
No.
Clary.
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Camiso. Conway.
No.
Cunningham.
Yes.
Demolowitz.
Yes.
Efacoro.
Yes.
Ethier.
Well, before I vote, Pat, is this making us, what he said, is this gonna make us the sanctuary county?
It's not my understanding.
I didn't hear you.
Not my understanding of it.
All right, thank you, yes.
Feeney.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
Grimm.
No.
Andrew Joyce.
Probably yes.
Ray Joyce.
Yes.
Kuhn.
Yes.
LaVilliard.
Yes.
Lakakis.
Absolutely.
Lockhart.
No.
Muriello. Mayo. McLaughlin.
Yes.
McLean Lane.
Yes.
Miller. Petto.
Yes.
Hurley.
Yes.
Pulaski.
Yes.
Reedy.
Yes.
Ricard.
Aye.
Robinson.
Yes.
Rosano.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Smith.
No.
Ward.
Yes.
Whalen.
No.
Willingham. Wanda.
Yes.
29 yes, 7 no.
Okay, resolution passes. We're moving on to the local laws. Please read local law F.
Local law number F for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, amending Chapter 270 of the Albany County Code to provide a real property tax exemption for living quarters for parent or grandparent.
Long roll call, please.
Beston.
Yes.
Bergdorf.
Yes.
Clary.
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Camiso.
Yes.
Conway.
Yes.
Cunningham.
Yes.
Demolowitz.
Yes.
Efacoro.
Yes.
Ethier.
Yes.
Feeney.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
Grimm.
Yes.
Andrew Joyce.
Yes.
Ray Joyce.
Yes.
Coon.
Yes.
LaVilliard.
Yes.
Lakakis.
Yes.
Lockhart.
Yes.
Muriello.
Yes.
Mayo.
Yes.
McLaughlin.
Yes.
McLean Lane.
Yes.
Miller.
Aye.
Petto.
Yes.
Hurley.
Yes.
Pulaski.
Yes.
Reedy.
Yes.
Ricard.
Aye.
Robinson. Rosano.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Whalen.
Yes.
Willingham.
Yes.
Unanimous.
Okay, moving on to local law H. Please read local law H.
a local law of the County of Albany imposing additional wireless communications surcharges pursuant to the authority of tax law, section 186-G.
Long roll call, oh, Mr. Bergdorf.
I just want to make a brief statement. I'm going to vote for this. I voted for the initial one, but I think what we have determined is that the state of New York has been collecting this surcharge since we enacted it, rather than the effective date was when we enacted it in November of 22. And because of whatever happened to the drafting of our enabling resolution, it was deficient. The state of New York has not passed, I am told, approximately $6 million onto the county. So we're short of money that we were supposed to get, that we voted to authorize, and I'm sort of finding it hard to believe that nobody recognized this earlier, because if there was a $6 million hole in our budget, which we knew was coming, and we didn't realize that the sheriff was going to be short $6 million for 9/11, 911 calling, shame on us. But I almost couldn't believe this was true. So I went to my own cell bill, and yes, we're being charged 95 cents per unit instead of 30 cents. So Verizon is deducting it from me, and it's going to the state. And people are aspirationally hoping that once we make this change, the state is mystically and aspirationally going to send us our $6 million back. Well, I got to tell you, these are old numbers. When we did this last time with the sheriff, I think the state collects $275 million in 911 revenue and only gives $80 million back to the county. So the state is taking a major skim off the top in instance number one, and in instance number two, our $6 million is tied up somewhere. So I'm going to vote for this because I think there's nothing more important than our new 911 system. And, so I'm going to vote for it. But I just urge this county, whether it's the legal department or the county executive, the governor, or whatever it is, to figure out how we get our $6 million. And with that, I'm going to vote yes.
Ms. McLean Lane.
Thank you very much for recognizing me, Madam Chair. Mr. Berger is correct in what he's saying, but we're not the only county with this problem. The FCC is currently suing the state of New York because they've been holding on to this money, and we get back a portion. Hopefully the FCC will follow through on this lawsuit, and because they can say that they're taking this money illegally. But of course, we also have to sue them, maybe to get it back. I don't know, but I just thought I'd, compound what my colleague Mr. Bergdorf said, and then also just sort of clarify that we're not the only county in this pickle, as it were. Thank you.
Long roll call, please.
Beston.
Yes.
Bergdorf.
Yes.
Clary.
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Camiso.
Yes.
Conway.
Yes.
Cunningham.
Yes.
Demalowitz.
Yes.
Epicoro.
Yes.
Ethier. Feeney.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
Grimm.
Yes.
Andrew Joyce.
Yes.
Ray Joyce.
Yes.
Coon.
Yes.
LaWilliard.
Yes.
Lakakis.
Yes.
Lockhart.
Yes.
Mariello.
Yes.
Mayo.
Yes.
McLaughlin.
Yes.
McLean Lane.
Yes.
Miller.
Aye.
Petto. Purley.
No.
Pulaski.
Yes.
Reedy.
Yes.
Ricard.
Aye.
Robinson.
Yes.
Rosano.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Whalen.
Yes.
Willingham.
Yes.
35 yes, 1 no.
Okay, local law I for 2024, we're going to refer to the Health and Law Committees. We're moving on to the Rule 11, oh, Mr. Epicor.
Please add me to local law F.
Okay. Thank you. We have 3 Rule 11s, 4 items that didn't make the agenda. First is a resolution authorizing ARPA funds for the demolition of the central warehouse. This is something that we talked in detail about. Can I have a motion to invoke Rule 11? Motion by Ms. McLean Lane and seconded by Mr. Feeney. All those in favor of invoking Rule 11? Any opposed? Rule 11 is invoked. Clerk, please read Resolution 391.
Authorizing the disbursement of American Rescue Plan funding and an agreement with the Advanced Albany County Alliance in connection with the Central Warehouse demolition project and amending the 2024 Albany County budget.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution, one of Plotsky's a no. Resolution passes. Next is a Rule 11 related to the hotel occupancy tax public hearing. Please note a previous version of this resolution had the Tuesday date, but the corrected version is what we are adopting. Can I have a motion to invoke Rule 11? Ms. Lakakis, second. Mr. Demolowitz. All in favor of invoking Rule 11? Any opposed? Rule 11 is invoked. Clerk, please read Resolution 392.
Public hearing on proposed local law number J for 2024, a local law of the County of Albany, New York, imposing a tax on the occupancy of hotel rooms in Albany County.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Resolution passes. And finally, we have a Rule 11 for the hotel occupancy tax law itself. Can I have a motion to invoke Rule 11? Ms. McLean Lane, can I have a second? Mr. Ricard. All those in favor of invoking Rule, Mr. Grimm?
Yeah, just to be clear, we're voting for a public hearing or voting to raise the hotel tax? What are we specifically?
On this one?
Yeah. The last one was the public hearing, this was law.
This is the law itself.
Right now, you're going to vote to vote for 11. Well, we can't vote until we have the public hearing. Right. Yeah. So what is this vote? I thought this was. In order for the first, it has to be on this agenda.
So we're invoking Rule 11 to refer it. Right. All those in favor of invoking Rule 11? Any opposed? Rule 11 is invoked. Clerk, please read Local Law J.
A local law of the County of Albany, New York, imposing a tax on the occupancy of hotel rooms in Albany County.
Clerk, please refer Local Law J to the Law Committee. Okay, before we adjourn, and I ask for a motion to adjourn, I just want to remind folks that next Tuesday, the Legislative Black Caucus is hosting a Juneteenth event with a local documentary filmmaker, which is a wonderful film called Searching for Timbuktu. It's at noon. Popcorn will be served. We invite all of you. It's in the Cahill Room. Can I ask for a motion to adjourn? Mr. Kuhn, a second. Mr. Feeney. All those in favor?